So, okay, so she sees me do that, right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, what happens is the craziest shit happens. The security guard is maybe a foot away from her. So she grabs the security guard and she says, him right there, that's the guy who... Now listen, the first train story I told, this is a part 4 series. The first train story I told, of course, I was at a friend of mine's house coming back from school. Okay, we were right down, maybe a house down from where he stays, and he called the girl over. Of course, she requested the train, and one by one we got in and out of his car, and unfortunately, I was unable to get what I wanted out of that train, so it didn't happen. All right, the train conductor, he went first, and he stayed in for about an hour, hour and a half, nonstop, straight action, straight boom boom action. There was no kissing or talking involved. I don't know how he did it. He's a superhero. All right.
Is kissing and talking a part of the train or no?
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, no.
But I have seen that before.
I also think though that with your history of failing the trains that nobody's looking to invite you back anyway. Like, that's one of those deals where you didn't even have to announce your retirement. It was kind of self-imposed.
Exactly.
Nobody's looking for Bubba to join the train.
The second failed train story happened on the east side of town. Okay. I was all geared up, ready to go. And turns out when it got to be my turn, there was about a 275-pound white lady in the bed smoking a cigarette with one leg cocked up on the wall.
She lost 10 pounds over the week?
What did I say, 285?
Yeah.
275, 285. What's your 250 plus, man? It all blends in together.
Nah, 285 is a good number. I like it.
Okay.
Thought she got on keto during the week.
The third failed train story, I took out the series, okay, because I was underaged over on Simon Avenue. Anybody from Winter Park listening, they know that was a crazy, crazy street in our childhood. A lot of things went down on Simon Avenue. So I took that train story out just in case we have anybody that's against, what's that?
Pedophilia.
Pedophilia.
Yeah. If anybody's uncomfortable with that, we don't want you to be uncomfortable with our show.
Exactly, man. It was all for the people.
We stand with the people.
Now, the number one failed train story that I have is stems from Bethune-Cookman, at Bethune-Cookman University. If you notice, the other two were me coming back home from Bethune.
I was going to say, there's a real special time you coming back from school.
And I'm wearing my Bethune-Cookman shirt today just to, enlighten the story, give the story a little more light, a little more juice, all right? So here we go. It is sophomore year. We have our own apartment. So there is no, there's no huge need or to go out and just get coochie all day every day. It's kind of coming to us now because we have our own place.
You guys are so well established.
We're established. We're sophomores. We're no longer freshmen. Everything is all good, man.
So explain this though. Like you and the guys are sitting around watching some football or something, and just some random girl goes, "Hey, can I get some dick here?"
No.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so I had two other roommates. All right, we over in Marina Vista. Now, what happens is I'm with my other roommate. We're just chilling in an apartment, and our other roommate comes flying in the door and is like, "I don't know what you guys are doing, but in that shit, we got somewhere to go." Okay, we got somewhere to go, man. So and so, she wants us over there. She wants us over there right now. She told me to bring some guys over, and it's about to go down. All right. Now, I already have a girl coming over that night, so I'm all right. I don't really need this. I've had 2 failed trains already. I'm like, I'm good. I'm all right, man. So what happens is I go along for the ride. All right, I go along for the ride. He was so convincing.
You know at that point you're in.
I'm in.
You don't get in the car for the ride if you're not in.
Exactly, I'm in.
All right, 10 toes in.
Shout out to Doughboy on the movie where he actually get out halfway through on the ride. And Boys in the Hood. I was not dope. I didn't get out. We drove all the way to the apartment. Okay. which was just one apartment down. All right. So
Wait a minute, y'all had to get in the car for that?
I mean, like the next, who's going to walk? You don't want your balls sweaty during the train. You don't want your balls sweaty during the train, man.
You also didn't have time to rethink and travel in a block to get out.
Exactly, man. It was in close quarters. So, all right. So we get over there. All right. There's 4 of us. All right.
Okay.
There's 4 of us. We get to the apartment. The train conductor gets out, of course, goes to the door, makes sure everything's still okay. We're still on, blah, blah, blah.
The rest of y'all remain in the car?
The rest of us remains in the car.
Okay.
So we can see him. It's like we're parked. It's an apartment complex, but we're parked. We can see him walk up the stairs. So then he gives us the thumbs up. Come on. And he gives us the green light.
We're good.
Okay. Now there's a lot of layers to the story, so I'm trying to fast forward through some of the meaningless parts.
Don't rush yourself, man.
so
we don't want you to pop off too early here.
Yeah, I know, right? I've done that a couple times in my lifetime. So listen, he gives us the go ahead to come up. Now, this is important to say because at this time I have some juice. I look pretty good. I'm in shape. So we get up stairs, right? All 4 of us. And for whatever odd reason, she tells me no. Like the guys we're walking in the apartment door and she kind of like stops me. Like,
Wait, so you didn't break the threshold of the door?
I didn't even break the threshold of the door. She's like, no,
Were you last though walking in?
I was. So to this day, I don't know if she had a limit on how many she could take that night, or if something was wrong with me physically. To this day, I don't know. I don't know to this day. Okay.
Now, did you recognize this girl from on campus or around?
No,
not at all. Total strangers.
To me. Now, the thing is, people that know me and my family and my friends, they know my memory is. I will forget. I will forget my auntie if I don't see her.
I'm happy you remembered me today. That's good.
But I don't think that was an issue. I don't. But I don't know if she didn't like the way I looked or if she was at her limit of penises she could take that night. Okay.
And 3.
So, okay, I go and I could walk back to the apartment, but for whatever reason, I stay in the car. I get back in the car and I stay in the car and wait because I want to hear what happened. I want to hear firsthand.
Did you have the key? Could you turn on the air? Or
No. So I chilled. I wait.
You wanted to stay handy in case somebody failed?
I chill. I wait till they come out. Okay. Of course, the stories are like Bigfoot. Oh man, you should have seen it. She was flying off the ceiling fan, and oh man, you should have just came in anyway, man. What was she going to say? And this and that. So I'm hearing all of this and all of that. How I missed out. They had the time of their fucking life. Okay. All right. That's the first half. Now,
well, time out. Let's go back and see.
Okay.
At Bethune-Cookman, I'm assuming she wasn't a 285-pound white woman with a cigarette.
No, man.
So was she a looker?
Yeah, she looked pretty good. She was about a 6.5 to 7. Okay, she's about a 7. I'll give her a 7.
For train quality.
That's good for train quality. She's in shape.
On a 10 scale, like what do you get? For being in a train, does it upgrade you a point or maybe 2 points?
I think it downgrades you.
Downgrades you.
Yeah, I don't want anybody that's been with a train. First of all,
we're not saying you want to marry them. You just, for purposes of the train.
No, you don't get extra points. If anything, you get dinged. Okay, you get dinged some points. But they had a awesome night that night, and that was the night. Okay.
How long were you in the car?
I didn't keep track, man, but it wasn't that long. I'll tell you what, the other train conductor, when I got back home, the hour and a half guy, it was about the same time for all 3 of those guys.
Okay, that's why I asked the question. I didn't,
all 3 of those guys didn't surpass the hour and a half guy.
I was gonna say if they all put in a shift there, you would have missed your day later in the night.
Exactly.
Might have missed breakfast the next day.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Okay, so now we fast forward. Maybe about 4 or 5 days, all right, almost a week, and we're on campus. Now, at Bethune, we call the quad. That's where everybody hangs out, in between classes or on the weekends, whatever the case may be. So this is like a Friday, and it's midday. Well, not midday, but after like most classes are done. Most classes in the morning, so whatever. It's a lot of people outside. It's a beautiful day.
Mid-afternoonish.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's a lot of people outside. I'll say it's about maybe 300 to 400 people. I might be underdoing that. I think it's more people out there. Okay. So we're hanging out, of course, by the girls' dorm room. That's where we hang out at. Okay. That's not a secret. Of course, that's where all the action is. And our choice of dorm is Joyner. We all know that Joyner, if you stayed in Joyner Hall, you were participating in sexual activities if you stayed in Joyner Hall. Okay.
Did you need to like submit a full body pic to get picked to stay in Joyner?
No, it's just the way it is.
All body tops welcome, as long as you're down and ready to fuck.
If you're in Joyner Hall, that's what you were doing. Okay, we all know that. Every guy knows that. So that's where most of the guys and people are hanging out at, in front of Joyner Hall.
Rightly so.
All right. So the girl that they ran a train on. All right, she's hanging out with her little group of friends, and they're maybe a few yards away. All right.
And are you with the other train participants?
I'm with my guys. Yeah, I'm with the train conductor and my friends, my roommates that completed the train ride. Okay.
And did you recognize her immediately, or were you kind of like somebody else brought it to your attention?
No, exactly. So my roommate tapped me on his shoulder, and he's like, "Yo, that's her over there." And I'm an odd person. You can't do that to me, okay? You can't tap me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, there goes Mike Tyson." I'm looking at, but you can't do that to me.
Wait a minute. Why? Because you overreact and
yes. So I look, and I'm like, "What? Right there? Don't point, man."
Wait, is that the girl with the train right there?
So she sees me, she sees me like point at her, and she's, in her mind, and to her defense, maybe she's thinking like, I'm laughing at her, making fun of her that she got a train ran on her, but I really wasn't. I was just trying to identify who she was.
Or maybe she just thought you had beef for being turned down.
That too. See, yeah, there goes another part to the story. Maybe that.
Was there like a lot of soul searching done over those next couple days? Like, why me?
Exactly, man. I really wanted to know. I really want to know that. And to this day, I haven't found out.
Did you actually hook up with the other girl that night, or did you take an offer?
No. I hooked up.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I say, yeah, that's sophomore year is good.
Okay.
All right. So,
a year of living Wilt Chamberlain's life.
no, not even. So, okay, so she sees me do that, right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, what happens is the craziest shit happens. The security guard is maybe a foot away from her. So she grabs the security guard and she says, "Him right there, that's the guy who raped me."
What? Wait a minute, this is taking a dark turn.
It's taking a dark turn. That's what she says.
You heard her say you were that close?
Yeah. Like I said, they were just a few yards away. And she says, "That him right there." She's pointing at me. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm like, okay.
Did you try to duck?
Is anybody behind me or whatnot? But I'm sort of like, I'm by my friends, but I'm isolated by standing on a pole, and she's pointing right at me. Him right there. That's the guy who raped me.
Jesus.
And then when she says that, it's like you can hear a pin drop. Like I said, it's 400 people outside, maybe more. Probably is more. And so here's my time. Right away, no hesitation, to the top of my lungs. I can't scream any louder. I said, "You're just mad because my dogs ran a train on you." To the loudest that I could possibly say, I screamed it to the top of my lungs. And from there, everybody just started laughing. And it was like, and for a few minutes, I became like the king of the fucking day. I was a martyr. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh shit.
Falsely accused of rape. Calls her out with her hypocrisy of taking a train.
Right away, I got my self-esteem back, man.
Touche.
I got everything back right away. You
That's
know what
almost
I mean?
like a reversal in a WWE match.
Exactly. Exactly, man. The guy slams you, and then you put him in a headlock and put him to sleep.
Exactly. You came for the wrong one, bitch. Don't fuck with my wit.
Exactly, because you didn't even let me in the fucking house. Like, what is wrong with you?
I know.
So once I do that, you know, I'm I'm the king. And so me and my homeboy, the train conductor, he's conflicted because he's like, I know you had to do that, but come on, man. Now we can't do anything with her ever again. He's conflicted, you know. So what happens is we start walking away towards the cab.
So did the security guard just freeze up at this moment? He didn't tell you?
Yeah. The security guards at Cookman, I mean, they're
He's not looking for any smoke.
no, not at all, man. No, they are looking for smoke. They're just looking to smoke weed and chill out.
I was gonna say.
That's it. They're having sex with half the girls on campus anyway. They don't like. They're just there, man, with the shirts on.
Jeez.
So we walk away, and to your point, I guess she sees that the security guard's not going to do anything, say anything or anything. So she runs up, and the train conductor has dreads. So she runs up, grabs the train conductor's dreads, yank him down all the way yank him down to the ground. And this is a muscular guy. You know, he played football, running back, linebacker.
You gotta be kidding me. And she's not some big sturdy broad?
No, man, no. She yanks him down, and then all three of her friends, they come up, and it's just no hesitation. They're throwing punches, they're pushing, they're trying to grab and slam. I'm like, these motherfuckers are in the women WWE. I mean, they mean business. They have her back, you know, everything, man. They're spitting, eye gouging, all that shit.
No holds barred.
No holds barred. It puts us in a strange situation.
I know.
But one of my roommates, you know, he doesn't give a damn, and he just he knocks the shit out of one of them.
Really?
Yeah, really, man. He's the only one to really, you know, throw a punch, and he landed one.
There you go.
Once that happens, you know, they kind of like back off. You know what I mean? They back off a little bit.
Wait a minute, they're gonna fight back.
Exactly, man.
This isn't what we planned for.
Not at all, man.
We thought this was one-way traffic.
Now listen, the quad is still
Wait,
back.
has this gotten the security guard activated? He's still sitting there smoking weed.
He's still like there watching, and like he's like, oh shit, like what do I do? You know, he's calling, you know, for backup, for help or whatever.
This wasn't in the manual.
Listen, man, it was like crazy as shit because, like I say, all of the people are out there still.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like, you know, like, and I don't know. Nobody like filmed it on the phone. I don't know if we kind of predated that era or whatnot.
Might have been a little early for that, and thankfully a little early for the Me Too movement.
Exactly, man. We would have went viral on YouTube and probably spent the rest of our lives in jail. I don't know.
This was good times to do this. You picked the right era.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So after that.
So, I mean, like, all right, so they stop attacking. Are they just still throwing verbal assaults at you and accusations?
Yeah, the girl, she's like crying hysterically now.
Really?
Yeah, she's crying hysterically. She's like, "Oh my gosh, why did you say that?" And da 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 da. And like,
what? You don't like the truth? You got a problem with the truth? What are we supposed to do here?
Exactly, man.
Which lie would you like me to tell?
You left me no choice, left me no room. I had to clear my name. You know what I mean?
You sullied my good name, wench.
Exactly, man. I have 2 years left here to get some coochie. If I'm a rapist, I don't get that's it. I just, you know what I mean?
Forget about the threat of jail. It'll just cut off my supply of poochie.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man, I hear it.
You messing with my supply. Supply and demand, man. So, yeah, man. So after that, you know, like I said, they put us in this room and the administrators, and they're just talking to us, and
So
all
wait,
I hear
were
is
you,
blah blah.
Were you
blah,
taken
blah,
from
blah.
the quad to the room?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
by
were
the
they-
security guards and
So backup
administrators.
arrived.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Were the girls taken in as well?
Yeah,
Good,
they
good.
were, they
That's what
were.
I call justice.
But no one was reprimanded or nothing happened. You know,
Yeah.
like nothing happened as a result of it. But you know, I didn't see her back to school after that semester.
Left in shame.
Yeah, man.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
What? So, what the hell are the administrators asking you?
Like I said, man, we're in
that
there,
point.
and my blood is already boiling. Like you know, all I hear is blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So, that's it. You know, and that's the end of that story, man.
Oh man. Oh, that's good stuff.
I always wonder though. I mean, like, because you know, a lot of those girls, they do, you know, leave college and they do get married. You know,
Yeah,
and you just never know if you have.
the girl who got trained.
You never
You
know,
don't
man.
know. You'll never know.
It's just you'll never know, man.
They won't be forthcoming about that. No, I mean the whole thing's very bizarre. Plus, it also speaks to that, like, that weird, crazy component with some people where it's like, you know, you got the train ran on you, and now you're going to have the gall and audacity to call somebody out for rape in a public setting.
Yeah, man.
Like, what's going on there?
What in the world was she thinking? Now,
Yeah.
Luckily, I'd already taken a few drinks. I mean, I don't know what you know, I couldn't just not say anything. That would
No,
have been terrible,
you actually, that was a stroke of genius. Might have been your finest hour.
I think that might have been, man.
Because again, like if you stayed quiet and reacted some kind of way, maybe even the security guard gets through his weed haze and he's like, this guy might be guilty. Let's look into this.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, who knows? But you did flip it quickly. That was like a fucking WWE heel turn. I absolutely love that.
I am proud of myself for that moment, man.
Know what you got to do? Reach out to all the good folks from Bethune-Cookman who are listening today. Does anybody know that girl? Can they track her down? we'll be happy to have her on the show. Discuss quote unquote her side of the story.
Tell her side of the story.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I just want to know why you got turned down. Like, was
Yeah,
it a
man.
hard 3-dick limit, or was there something else going on?
I bet you the train conductor knows, and maybe he just never told me to, you know.
Save you the personal shame?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he knows.
And then why would she, like, here's the crazy thing. I mean, she's not even a good accuser. She should have accused somebody that actually banged her.
Right.
Then there'd be a little DNA going.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
But like I said, man, I'm pointing at her to her defense. I'm pointing at her, so you know, I guess she feels like she has to react some kind of way.
Yeah.
You know.
Jeez. I just don't get it.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. That was the story of the week right there. I think this is a good time for a break here.
Yes.
All right, and then we'll be back. I know Jolly is here. We got to find out if Rug is here. And then we'll
Let's
get
hope
this
it is.
we'll get this party started, man.
All right.
You're on the bench with Bubba and Pink.